Hi, Lois Cleland, Rethinking Home and Golden Girls Durham Meetup. And today I was thinking about some of my other experiences sharing. And the funny thing is, for this meetup, my idea is like the intentional family or the Golden Girls effect, where people come together into one home and share, and you kind of form a family. And what I realized is that for the last 10 years or so, I've been sharing a home and in a slightly different scenario too. So not as a homeowner, but as a renter. So about 10 years ago, when my husband and I moved into that house, there was a basement apartment. And so the landlady was going to rent the upstairs to us, and she would rent the downstairs to somebody else. And you had to enter that basement apartment by walking through our house. And I thought, no bloody way is that going to happen. So we worked it out that we would rent the whole house and then we would look after renting a tenant or not. So that solved that little issue. That's kind of that security issue or privacy issue, because yeah, we were going to be in charge. Now, then also there still is that issue of someone walking through. So what happened is we started to ask around some friends, and that's a good way too if you're looking for a tenant. Ask your friends. Maybe they know somebody, and this is what happened to us. So a friend's son needed a place to live, and it worked out just fine for him, timing and everything. And so we did our interviews and rules and regs and first and last and what was included and all that kind of stuff. He moved in, and we hardly saw him for about 3 years. He worked nights, so we sort of said, waved hi and goodbye, every day, or sometimes we didn't see each other at all. And it was fantastic. It was certainly good for us. I hope he didn't mind us clomping around um, over his bed when he was sleeping. But it worked out really, really well. So we got over that comfort level, that comfort issue of someone walking through. And again, you can have those same issues even if you are renting rather than your home ownership issue. After that, we tried students. We used a company that vetted foreign students to UOIC, and that was fantastic too. And that again, they were in the basement. We didn't see them very often. It was short term. We met some fantastic kids, you know, their early 20s. They were just a joy to meet, and that was a really wonderful experience. So if you're a little worried about just getting started, that's a nice idea. After that, we just took regular students because there was a sort of a change in whatever it was. I don't know if there was that UOIC is necessarily mainly foreign students now, whatever. But there is an agency that you can go on and take pictures of your room or your place or whatever and put it on the university website. And so we had a number of students, and again, it was very nice because it's short term. And again, we met some wonderful people. The nice thing too is quite often we had students from out of town, so we would meet the parents, and the parents were just as worried as we were that their little girl was going to be safe and happy where she was. And that was it was very rewarding feeling. And again, we didn't have a lot of interaction with the students because they were on their own. They're very independent and they have their own schedule. But that's again, it's a nice way if you wanted to get started with the idea of sharing and what it would be like. I know we always had very good experiences. So that's another way to introduce sharing and getting used to that. And so that's it for now.